Apple has just officially unveiled the iPhone 17 series, an event tech enthusiasts look forward to every year, where Tim Cook stands on stage with that familiar smile and calm yet confident voice. This is the best iPhone we've ever made.
It's a totally new design, incredible performance, camera next level. It's pro performance in a thin package.
And honestly, technically speaking, it's hard to argue. The iPhone 17 packs incredible performance, a new light processing camera algorithm, the super powerful A19 Pro chip, and a body so thin it almost disappears in your hand. Reviewers everywhere are raving. Apple has done the impossible again. But behind the spotlight, a quiet wave of backlash is spreading through the user community. Not everyone wants to drop $1,199, almost a full month's salary in many countries, for a phone that looks nearly identical to last year's model, with a few upgrades and a tighter lock inside Apple's closed ecosystem. The iPhone no longer represents breakthrough innovation, like it did under Steve Jobs. Now it's a symbol of safety, control, and profit. Tech lovers are starting to ask, is anyone brave enough to break this cycle? And then, the answer comes from a name few expected: Tesla. That's right, Tesla, the company known for electric cars, solar energy, and bold visions of the future, is ready to step into Apple's territory. Not just to compete, but to end the iPhone's decades-long dominance. The product's name? Tesla Pi Phone, and the first shocker is its price, just $277. Not $999, not $799, a mid-range price for what's being pitched as a device that redefines the smartphone. Tesla isn't just making a phone. They're rebuilding the entire concept of what a phone should be. Instead of obsessing over adding 2 more megapixels or shaving 0.2 millimeters off the bezel, Tesla asks, shouldn't the phone understand humans better, instead of the other way around? That's the start of a revolution built on 3 pillars: emotion, energy, and interaction. The foundations of how the Tesla Pi phone aims to completely stand apart from the iPhone 17. If you're watching this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because with almost 217,795 subscribers, this is the community where you'll always catch the boldest, most groundbreaking tech updates. And trust me, you don't want to miss what Tesla's about to do. It all starts with emotional feedback technology, something Elon Musk hinted at during a talk last year about emotional AI. The Tesla Pi phone introduces the emotion-responsive logo, a concept that's both simple and revolutionary. On the back of the phone, the Tesla logo lights up with RGB microLED technology that changes color and brightness based on your interactions and even your emotional state. You tap the back gently. It glows with a warm orange. When you get an important message, it shifts to a soft blue, notifying you quietly, without vibration or sound. And here's the wild part. If you're stressed, the phone senses it automatically through built-in biosensors: heart rate via the screen, voice tone analysis through the mic, facial expression via the front camera, and usage behavior modeling. The result: the Tesla Pi phone actually feels your emotions and responds with light, a form of ambient language that Apple has never dared to explore. Imagine this. You're working late and feeling tense. The logo slowly fades to a calming blue, helping you relax visually. When you receive good news, it glows with warm tones that naturally boost your serotonin. It's not just a phone serving you. It's a companion that feels alive. But this isn't just about aesthetics. It completely reimagines how we handle notifications. Instead of constantly lighting up your screen to check things, Tesla lets you identify notifications just through light. Flashing orange, message from a loved one. Red, low battery alert. Soft white, upcoming meeting. While the iPhone 17 still depends on sounds or vibrations, Tesla moves to emotional interaction. Intuitive, ambient, and far less distracting. Even better, users can fully customize this lighting behavior. Pick the colors, brightness, and scenarios. Tesla believes personalization equals freedom, and that users should control their own experience. Apple, meanwhile, still sticks with its "we know what's best for you" philosophy, limiting customization inside its ecosystem. Tesla isn't just selling a device. They're giving creative power back to users. What truly impressed the experts is how Tesla managed to hide the entire micro-LED system inside the curved glass shell, making the logo appear to glow from within. A stunning blend of technology and art. No separate ports, no seams, just pure, seamless design. The logo becomes a living emotional interface, what Elon Musk calls ambient intelligence. If you believe technology should understand human emotions instead of forcing humans to adapt to it, drop a comment saying, "Tesla wins this game," because this isn't a marketing stunt. It's a fundamental shift in how we design personal devices. Tesla didn't stop there. They know that today's smartphones are stuck within the physical limits of a single screen. The same design Apple has stayed loyal to for 17 years. The Tesla Pi phone introduces something called dual display architecture, a simple but revolutionary idea. An additional 2.1-inch AMOLED display on the back that works independently and uses ultra-low power. It sounds small, but the impact is massive. In a meeting, you can place your phone face down on the table and still see priority notifications, the time, or messages from your family without flipping it over. You stay professional, in control, and undistracted by the bright main display. Tesla calls it polite technology, a concept no other company has ever mentioned before. When it comes to content creation, especially photography or video, the rear display becomes a viewfinder, letting you take selfies with the back camera, which of course has double the quality of the front one. For creators, this is a genuine innovation, not just a marketing gimmick. And when it comes to power efficiency, that little secondary screen helps cut battery consumption by up to 20% compared to the always-on display mode of the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Instead of waking the entire system just to check the time or a message, Tesla assigns those ambient awareness tasks to a dedicated low-power chip, similar to how Tesla cars handle sensor data while parked. The result? A device that lasts longer, understands you better, and consumes less energy. You can reply to messages, control music, monitor your heart rate, or use a timer directly from the rear screen. No unlocking needed. It's like having a tiny assistant that lives outside your phone's shell, always ready to help. And as with any Tesla product, everything is highly personalizable, from interface layouts to widgets and dynamic wallpapers that react to the time of day. If you believe the future of smartphones is true multitasking, drop a comment saying Tesla display. Because this proves Tesla isn't just copying, they're redefining how humans interact with technology. Tesla has long been one of the few companies unafraid to break physical boundaries. And with the Pi phone, they're doing what they did with electric cars, turning solar energy into a lifestyle. No more thick external panels or clunky accessories. Tesla integrates something called solar skin, a thin photovoltaic film only a few micrometers thick, curved seamlessly along the body, and able to absorb indirect ambient light. This isn't your old-school solar tech. It's a new generation of nano-textured photovoltaic cells that can capture scattered light even indoors, from reflections off walls or fluorescent lamps. In Tesla's internal tests, leaving the Pi phone on a cafe table in Los Angeles for 30 minutes could recharge enough energy for over 2 hours of music playback or 40 minutes of video calls. That's trickle charging. Subtle, silent, but enough to completely change how we think about smartphone power. Apple, meanwhile, keeps chasing thinner, lighter, prettier, but hasn't solved the energy problem. Every year, hundreds of millions of people still buy cables, chargers, power banks, or wireless charging cases, all labeled made for iPhone, with inflated prices. Tesla took a different path, cutting the cord entirely. They want you to be able to set your phone anywhere, under any light, and maintain stable power forever. If the iPhone is the symbol of a closed ecosystem, the Tesla Pi phone is a declaration of independence, not just in software, but in energy, the very foundation of all mobile devices. The Pi phone's body design itself reflects an engineer's mindset rather than a marketer's. Tesla shaped the back slightly curved on both sides, not to make it prettier, but to optimize light capture angles and shock resistance. Beneath the Gorilla Glass Victus 3-layer lies the durable solar skin membrane, fused with a recycled 7000 series aluminum alloy frame, giving it a premium yet rugged feel, unlike the fragile luxury vibe of the iPhone. In drop tests from 1.5 meters, the Pi phone withstood impact about 30% better than the iPhone 17 Pro Max, thanks in part to its unibody sandwich frame, where the battery, solar sheet, and motherboard are stacked vertically, a design philosophy borrowed straight from Tesla's electric cars. Tesla also added a nano coating that resists fingerprints and corrosion, keeping the surface clean and shiny like new. For practical users, drivers, engineers, outdoor workers, this matters way more than any superlight titanium edge. Picture this. You're driving your Model 3 under the sun, with your Pi phone resting on the dashboard. And while you drive, it's quietly charging itself with the same sunlight that's lighting up your car. That's such a Tesla moment. Technology and nature blending effortlessly. No cables, no reminders, no accessories. For users in sunny regions like California, Vietnam, India, or the Middle East, this feature isn't just cool. It's genuinely useful, saving money, cutting e-waste, and simplifying daily life. While Apple sells a separate $29 adapter, Tesla answers with free solar power for the entire lifetime of the product. That's why many experts are calling this a mobile energy revolution, where smartphones are no longer completely dependent on power outlets. If you believe renewable self-charging is the future, drop a comment saying solar energy, because this marks the moment mobile tech truly enters a sustainable era. On a deeper level, Tesla isn't just selling a phone. They're changing the philosophy behind how technology products are built. Apple has always pursued controlled perfection, every detail of the experience predefined, from colors to interactions. Tesla, on the other hand, opens up space for users to define their own version of perfection. When the iPhone launched back in 2007, Apple taught the entire world how to use a smartphone. But 17 years later, the world has changed. People no longer want to be taught. They want their devices to understand them. Tesla sees that, and the Pi phone is the natural response to a new era, the era of empathetic technology. What's remarkable is that Tesla isn't trying to beat Apple with specs. They're creating a whole new design language. If Apple stands for smoothness and silence, Tesla goes for liveliness and instant reaction. If Apple talks about performance, Tesla talks about purpose. If Apple focuses on minimalist aesthetics, Tesla focuses on the humanity of design, where every feature solves a real problem, not just adds one to sell. On tech forums, analysts are starting to notice Tesla is walking the same bold path Apple did 2 decades ago, challenging dominance through fearless innovation. But unlike Apple in the Steve Jobs era, Tesla has an advantage Apple never did: artificial intelligence, clean energy, and an open philosophy. One interesting example, Elon Musk once said, "A phone should be an extension of the human being, not their cage." That statement perfectly captures what the Pi phone stands for: a device that doesn't lock you into any platform, doesn't force you to use an exclusive app store, and doesn't make you pay for features that should be free in the first place. In other words, Tesla isn't just selling technology. They're selling digital freedom. From an economic point of view, that $277 price tag is a strategic shock. For the first time, consumers are asking themselves, why am I paying 4 times more just for the Apple logo? With features like emotional AI feedback, dual displays, solar skin, self-charging, and superior durability, Tesla is challenging the entire pricing model of the premium smartphone industry. Apple built its empire by turning phones into status symbols. Tesla is now turning them into tools of liberation. One side sells luxury, the other sells autonomy. One side creates loyal consumers, the other creates empowered users. And that's why many experts believe the Pi phone isn't just a competitor. It could end the iPhone era the same way the iPhone ended Nokia's. If you're excited about this new direction, where technology reacts to emotion, respects freedom, and harnesses solar energy, hit that subscribe button right now. We're closing in on 218,000 subscribers, and every upcoming video will bring you breakthroughs Apple doesn't want you to see. And before we wrap up, I'll leave you with an open question. Can Tesla truly beat Apple? Or is this just the beginning of a long battle between freedom and control, openness and confinement, humanity and branding?